we get asked a lot, what's the impact from the lockdown to the country reopening? And so we looked at Q2 2020 versus Q2 2021. And an interesting thing, at Keynes, we don't talk about cord cutters. And we don't because it makes up about 4% of total connected TV viewers. What we're looking at is stackers. So we're looking at subscriptions and how many subscriptions a household has. So if we look at Q2 2020 to Q2 2021, there's been a 22.5% increase in subscriptions per household. Now, if we look a little deeper at that, you've got companies like HBO Max that have brought out their ad-supported version. You've got Hulu with an ad-supported version. You've got Peacock with an ad-supported version. You can pay to get no ads, or you pay a little less and you're going to receive ads. Now, TV has been a medium that's always had ads, and people have known that the transaction is that I'm going to receive ads to get content. The internet has been free because we've been selling our data without knowing that. With iOS 14.5 and with Chrome going cookieless in the future, the conversation is very much changing, where people are now nervous about the data that's being sold. When we think about connected TV, people are accepting that if I pay a little less, I'm going to receive ads. And then knowing that data is being transacted on the back of that. So to start with, we're getting consumers that are more accepting of receiving ads because they're choosing to receive ads. But then when we look at it, we're also seeing about 3 hours of streaming content a day, and that's been flat from 2020 to 2021, or almost flat. So what we're seeing is people consuming just as much content, but there's more options and more choices of digital-only content that's being produced. When we look at channels, I think our industry spends so much time talking about one channel versus the other. Connected TV is better than YouTube, better than Facebook. It's all part of the marketing mix. We're not saying it's better. We're saying there's different users that can be found, and there's different ways of finding people, depending on what your brand is. So if we look at connected TV reaches 74% of households in the US. Compared to Facebook has 69% reach in the US of adults. YouTube's about the same as connected TV at 74%, and Instagram about 67%. But the really interesting part, if we look down at devices, Facebook is 98.5% mobile, heavily impacted by iOS 14.5. Instagram is 99%, or for all intents and purposes, 100% mobile. YouTube is 42.8% mobile, and you're looking at somewhere around 30% is actually on TV screens. If you're looking at connected TV or OTT, 80% is TV screens, about 9% mobile, 9% PC, and the last 2% is tablet. So when we're looking at that, if you're trying to reach users and iOS 14.5 is heavily impacting, connected TV is a choice. Whereas if we think 9% mobile, you've got, 4.5% is likely to be iOS 14.5. We're not seeing that huge impact. And so it's more like, how does this impact the overall marketing mix? And how do we get people on other devices where they're consuming content in a different way? When we look at subscriptions per household, the reason we don't talk about cord cutters is if you actually look, the 74% is made up. 36% of that is CTV only. Cable and CTV makes up, again, about 36%. And the final 14% cable only, and neither 13%. So what we're looking at is a big slice of the pie that can be found on connected TV. A huge portion of the country can be found on connected TV. And so it's that combined that really makes a difference.